Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Commodity TV and a new edition of our online interview series. Today with Torq Resources, and we have two gentlemen here. First of all, very warm welcome, Shawn Wallace, the executive chair of the company. Hi, Shawn. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
Fine, thanks. Hope you too. And also, secondly, we have Michael Henrichsen, the chief geological officer. I just want to say chief geologist. Good morning also to you together. How are you?
Morning.
Yeah, great, guys. I mean, Torq, we have spoken in the past already several times, but it looks like you guys made a real discovery on your Margarita iron oxide copper-gold project, 90 meters with almost 1% of copper and 0.84 grams gold. You must be happy.
Yeah. Well, we sure are, Johanna. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you, Johanna. Yes, no, we recently made an amazing new discovery at Margarita. You know, and what's really is gratifying to us as junior mining guys is the rarity of such an occurrence. I mean, we really are excited because the odds of making a bona fide brand new discovery like we've just done at Margarita, those of us in the industry really appreciate just how difficult that is. And in the 30 years I've been doing this, it has simply just gotten more difficult because with every new deposit that's discovered, well, that's one less that there is to discover. And, by the process of elimination, we're now, I think it's become exceedingly difficult. So yes, we are extremely excited. This was not just a sniff of something. This was a proper intersect of, potentially economic mineralization. I think grade's definitely not going to be an issue here. We're just excited to get out there and follow up on it.
Mm-hmm. Which hole number was that? I mean, you are doing 13 holes, right? Altogether.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it was a classic. The last hole of the program hit. So, sometimes you need a little luck with you, and we certainly had it there.
Okay, super. Wow, that's great. So what have you done up front, Michael, to really get that drill, let's say, done there? And what told you the first 12 holes?
Yeah, well, look, I think the exploration thesis that we had was very simple moving into Margarita. There was a lot of copper oxide on the margin of the project. We felt that there should be a copper sulfide source. And then really, it was just boots and hammers on the ground, good geology, good geochemistry, good geophysics, classical approach by a very professional team in Chile. Hole number 13 wasn't our last priority. It was just the fact that it was the furthest one to the north. And so it was the last one we got to. So I think it's just a classic approach of doing the right work at the end of the day with a very solid group of professionals. So we're happy to be working with our team in Chile. That is for sure.
Super, perfect. So at what depths have you intersected this, and to what depths have you drilled the maximum holes?
Yeah, so this intercept is quite shallow. It starts at 50 meters drill depth, which is probably around 35 meters vertical depth. It's a 90-meter intercept along a structure. Structurally controlled iron oxide copper gold mineralization is well established to the deposit to the north of us called Manto Verde, at least in part. That's how part of their deposit is in structures. And so we're very happy to see something similar here. Depth extent, we have to drill underneath this to find out just how deep it goes, and of course laterally as well. But certainly what we can say is at very shallow depths we are into a bona fide mineralized system.
Okay, super. Shawn, I saw in the press release also that you're saying like this is a new IOCG discovery. What does that mean exactly?
Well, IOCG means iron oxide copper gold. This is the style of deposit, as Mike just referenced, the one to the north of us. And, these are very impactful deposits for the companies that are mining them. They're very profitable. And so, this project, before we went there was a copper oxide sniff off to the northwest corner, just off the project. And, we thought, okay, where's the source to this? And that was the sort of geological theory behind us going there.
So Shawn, what would be next after 13 holes? What is the plan? What is the next thing?
Well, our team is actually currently out there building roads and getting pads ready for the next drill program, which we'll probably be able to get going, around the first week of June. So no, we certainly, when you make a discovery like this, you got to get out there and follow it up and start to feel out what kind of size it could be, see if the grade is consistent, all these sort of questions that a discovery hole asks of you.
Shawn, also, I saw in your press release that you increased the land position by additional 200 hectares on the northern margin.
Yeah, we did. We added some ground. I mean, it's customary to when you start having success on one of these projects to acquire a little bit more ground. And fortunately for us, that ground was available. Our team in Chile had been eyeing it up for some time, in fact, and so it was we were quite lucky that we were able to acquire it when we did.
Super. What is the financial situation of the company, Shawn? You guys did a raise, right?
Yeah, we did. We got one done in March. I mean, as you know, the capital markets are in a suboptimal state right now. But fortunately, we have very good supporters, which we're very grateful for. You know, our group's been around for a long time, as you know, and we're well known. But that being said, it was difficult, but we got it done, and we have about over $4 million in the bank right now. So certainly enough capital to go and execute the follow-up drill program here at Margarita.
Super. So when does the follow-up start? What do you think?
Yeah, so we're aiming to begin drilling here in the first week of June.
Okay.
The crews are out there now preparing the pads and the roads, etc. And so we're going to get right at it here.
There's paved roads to within a few kilometers of the project, and it's actually, you can work there 12 months of the year with ease. You are in the Atacama Desert, there's no doubt, so it is a dry place. But in terms of remoteness, we consider this to be, almost an in-town project, if you will. So we're very fortunate for that.
Super. So you must not need any helicopters. You can drive there.
No, just easy drive with a pickup truck, no problem at all. In fact, you could go and visit the project from Santiago and return the same day without any issue.
Oh, super. Wow, that is great. So you do not need big camps and stuff?
No. We just have, we stay in a small town nearby. And, as I say, it's probably one of the easiest projects I've dealt with, in a long time for logistics and infrastructure. So, as I said, a great place to have a discovery.
Okay, super. Yeah, and when I look at the Fala 13 geology and PXRF geochemistry on the one hand, and on the other hand, the RTP magnetics and geochemistry, it looks like, because you have put a lens around that, and your discovery hole is quite in the center of that. So there might be much more room for more, right?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, obviously, whenever you find what the signature of a mineralized body is, you want to see how much more of it there is. And in this case, on the surface, you have about 1 kilometer of copper in soils, copper anomalies in soils. You've got a very clear magnetics picture, and a lot of the mineralization is with magnetite and chalcopyrite, so that makes perfect sense. And, for us, it's great to see such a clear signature because, for us, we want to see how big it gets, and we've got 1 kilometer that we're starting with that looks very prospective.
Okay, super. And because that would be my next question also here, the main mineralized interval styles of mineralization. You have here like mixed copper oxide sulfides, magnetite sulfides, and what does that tell you in the, let's call it in the signature if you want? And does it make geological completely sense what you have found there?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, I think the mix of oxide and sulfide at the top of the intercept is largely just related to leaching from the surface. Obviously, the copper is leached out from the very surface, right? And that's why we don't see a lot of it. We see a little bit of copper oxide on the surface, but not really that much. And so it's being leached. And then you just get out of the weathering profile and straight into sulfide. So I think it's behaving, as it should.
Okay, super. So, Shawn, what would happen? I'm just here on your figure with par a once, par a doce. Those are the new claims you have bought those additional 200 hectares. And if I look at the total thing, the discovery hole is really right in the middle of your ground. That is fantastic. So what happens, and if needed, that you have go, let's say, more to the west or to the north, would that be possible?
Yeah, I mean, I think in terms of additional ground, we're always looking to expand our position when you have a discovery. Obviously, in Chile, it's not simple to do. There's a lot of people who own land around us. And ultimately, we'll just have to see how the discovery plays out. But I mean, because it's such a well-established belt, it's difficult to acquire ground in general.
Definitely. Okay. So what is about with the surrounding communities? Do you have, let's say, any problems? Are they supportive? I mean, we hear a lot of, let's say, fancy stories in the press with Chile and with people who are protesting against mining, etc., which makes absolutely no sense because it's the largest export they have. So what is in your region there?
Well, at the Margarita project, we're very fortunate in that really nobody lives near the project. So we're really not dealing with a community directly. There's no community that's truly affected by the project. So, again, in that sense, we're very fortunate in terms of its location.
Okay, super. Yeah, well, that all looks fantastic, Michael, and also Shawn. Thank you very much. I think we talk quite soon because the drills are turning then again in June, and we look forward to some more good, not only discovery holes, but very promising holes, I would say.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Perfect. Okay, thank you very much, Michael. All the best, and see you soon.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Michael Henrichsen and also Shawn Wallace from Torq Resources. We had some technical issues, but hope still this is all fine for you. You see, great discovery hole. I mean, that's a real big thing. And funny enough, sometimes you need 13 holes that you find in the last hole. You do the real big discovery, but things are looking good. And this is really promising. The company has enough money to really go through and full throttle this year. And we look forward to some, hopefully, again, good results by June, July, August, and we keep you posted. Thanks for watching us, and bye-bye from Switzerland.